All right, we're back with more Pro Tour decks. So this is a blue-black control deck that I believe 2 players played it to an 80% win rate on day one. 2 players mean Reed Duke and Gabriel Nassif, very talented wizards. So results may vary when you play it or when I play it, but yeah, this is blue-black control. So we have a deck, I mean, as most 3-year standard decks, just looks like an old modern deck. You look at the curve, it's very low. It plays a bunch of 1-mana cards. We now have Spell Snare, incredibly powerful card. 1-mana counterspell. Hex as a good 1-mana removal spell. Spell Pierce, been around since Duskmorn. We got Consult the Star Charts, one of the strongest card draw spells ever printed. Stock Up, also one of the strongest. It turns out the cards they print are just the best cards, so I don't need to keep saying that. Let's just go through the deck really quickly. We've got main deck Essence Scatter, notable because there's a lot of important creatures in the format. You want to be able to counter them, and it's a pretty cheap way of doing that. One of Negate makes a lot of sense in control decks when you have these games that go long. You want to be able to find this when you look at like 20, 30 cards. Triumph, same thing, answers Planeswalkers. Feed the Cycle also answers Planeswalkers. Removal spells as Shoot the Sheriff. 3 steps ahead, incredibly powerful card advantage / counter spell, kind of like a cryptic command of the current era. Marang River Regent is a way to actually win games in addition to just being a card draw spell. Wan Shi Tong is going to be our main win condition, like a flash Hydroid Gracis. Combines well with Demolition Field, where your opponent doesn't get to get the land if they want you to draw cards. And finally, we have Deadly Cover-Up, which I kind of despise this card. I really don't like the design on it. But it is very powerful, especially in control decks, and you can strip your opponent of all their important win conditions. You can take all the reanimates out of the reanimator deck or the reanimate targets, and you can just remove all their ability to win. You can even just deck people out by milling with Restless Reef. Finally, go through the sideboard. We've got Disdainful Stroke, Flashfreeze, Betrayal, Graveyard Hate, Glen Elendra for blue mirrors, Harvester, nice against Cubs decks. More stuff for blue mirrors, Annul, Duress, Graveyard Hate, Tidebinder's strong card, Unagi, pretty good against blue-red decks, and then finally 0 Point Ballad as a cheaper sweeper. So that is it for the list. If you guys want, it is in the description. Gonna play a quick match or two, and I'll see you all in the games. So enjoy. If you like blue-black control, we've got a new deck for you. Alright, we'd go first. We've got some spells, a couple lands. Need some card draw, but hopefully my opponent's playing a creature deck. A lot of good answers for those things. Three steps is nice, but doesn't seem more important here. To fight over these things, kind of interesting. I don't think I need to, but I'm not that close to cover up. I need 2 lands, so take it slow. So now I get to start considering, do I want to play for the cover up or not? Spell Pierce might lose value, but okay. With 3 for the covered up, so I would like more mana value things in my yard if possible. Could be Rhythm, could be Ouroboros. Just let it happen and then cover up, I guess. now we're in the waiting room. No, I need to save Scatter for Riddler. Okay. Messed up. I had the realization right after I resolved it. Like, nah, there's dorky green creature deck, but Scatter is probably specifically for Quantum Riddler. And now if they draw that, I'm interested again. To counter that. What two they would have gotten. We need to find a card draw spell. We have a lot of them. 3 steps ahead is always be good. I don't really have to do this now. I guess I could have waited. Assume the last card is nothing. Alright, Scatter checks Riddler. We're in a good spot. We just need to find one card draw spell and the game probably ends. Should have done that first. That matters. Could just play the Regent. The Regent probably clears, but I'm leaving up counterspell, I guess. Like, if I Regent, they could Riddler to block. I mean, they would just be dead. It doesn't matter. I don't think. These are the types of games where Consult is so disgusting, where you just look at like 100 million cards for no reason. Funny. Okay, that was a game. Do I want Betrayal? Betrayal's interesting because it catches... I'm actually just going to put in all this stuff. I don't think I want all of it, but... Betrayal catches the flashback card? Maybe that's not particularly relevant to me. Harvester mops up idiots on the board. Negate and Pierce are kind of whatever. But I'm not sure if there's something that's important to have. Disdainful Stroke is fine. Like, I think it's good. I think I want as many answers to Riddler as I could have. Triumph, Feed the Cycle, Shoot are fine. 3 steps ahead on the draw is a lot worse. Stock up, maybe a little bit awkward to have. Tidebinder's... this isn't the Tidebinder matchup, right? This is just for Reanimator. Presume. stock up Wan Shi Betrayal, Negate Pierce are the cards that I'm thinking are maybe weak. Even Flashfreeze is like whatever, but okay. I think we can do worse than this sideboard plan. Seems fine. This is another example of like the metagame for the Pro Tour versus the metagame after the Pro Tour is going to be very different. Like my opponent could just put Cavern of Souls in their blue-green deck. It's not. I don't think it's too high of a cost. It could even be in the sideboard, and that might fix a lot of the problems. Like if I just can't counter the card Quantum Riddler, you could see how it'd be bad for me. Or at least help them significantly in the matchup. So what 3 am I worried about? Formidable Speaker resolving is not the end of the world. I think I just want to go tap land, have Snare, and then go 3 into 4. Spell Snare is a hell of a card. I mean, I think everyone knew it after seeing it on the spoiler season. Very good. I can Pierce. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is where things can get harder for me because I need to decide how to use my spells. Nothing. Basic, duh. Yeah, postboard's a lot harder when they have actual counter spells. I mean, I guess they have these main deck, but if I'm playing 5-mana sweeper and they have Spell Pierce or whatever, my life becomes infinitely harder, assuming that they play well. I think like your win rate with a control deck versus a good player and a bad player is dramatically different. That's something people don't appreciate. Or why I think playing against control decks is one of the most fun things in Magic. Okay, so I can just let them have Hub here and draw 2 cards off of Wan Shi Tong, and then just try to navigate the game that way. They're gonna have 6 mana though. Probably have to counter it. Really tough spots. They have 2 on the flashback. I could just let him do everything and try to sweep the board. Maybe that's my best bet. It's gonna be hard to beat a counter spell, so. Yep. hard casting this. We're drawing 1 card. Or no, this is a warp. Damn it. Okay. Sorry. I guess when it's foggy, it's being warped. I don't fucking know how to tell. That's summoning sickness, right? So you're leaving up counterspell, it looks like. Well, maybe I could have played this spot better. Nothing. Don't have counter. Looks not bad either. So I can pop a cub, reduce the mana by 3, then just have a counter spell. We have stroke, scatter. Still have a million mana though. We just need a card draw into the sweeper and then exile all the rhythms, I think. That's what we're playing towards. I guess they could double rhythm, probably. Actually counted their mana. It doesn't really change. What I want to do here. This is 4 left. Or no, it's not 4. They have... Could let them have an Ouroboros. Draw off Wan Shi. It's just too scary if I don't find the sweeper. This is nice because it's actually just a threat. I mean, that was obviously a very good draw, but just killed him with it. Oh, I don't even know what you get here. It's so funny that it's just 100,000 cards in standard, and everyone is just constantly tutoring this broken ass 2-drop. Hilarious to me. All right, I'll get you, I guess. Copy this? Huh. Cute. Cost me how much mana? Counter and copy is 6. They have 2 here, and then an untap. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can do nothing. Even if I didn't have the 3 steps ahead, I probably couldn't lose. Maybe I just need to not get fancy and make sure clean up the board. So how big is my flyer? My flyer is going to be a 5/5 and a 6/6, but I shoot the sheriff. Rhythm for 3 on the flashback. I don't even know what they're getting. 3 here. We're gonna float. Untap is 4. I'm just gonna do this because it's fun. I don't even know if this is the best play, but it brings me joy. They can go float. Well, maybe that's them giving up. Me for 0, I respect it. I can't kill them, right? Alright, you can go. Alright, well that was blue-black control. Pretty impressive showing. I mean, look, here's how I see it. The Pro Tour has proven you can beat Badgermole Cub, right? You can show up to a tournament where you expect everyone to be playing Badgermole Cub, you can beat it. Next question is, do the Badgermole Cub decks readapt? Are the Badgermole Cub decks so linear that they can't rebuild themselves to be able to be better against these elemental decks and these control decks? To which I would say, I assume they can. Like, I don't think, like, the Spider-Man web sling, I don't know the name of these stupid cards because they all have, like, 2 different names and 2 different arts, but what is it called? This thing, it seems like a very good example of, like, okay, I want to stifle the, is it Shutterflock? The elemental. I want to counter Devious Cover Up. I want to have more game against things like this. I think you could do it. Another example I gave was just Cavern of Souls. You can Cavern of Souls on Badger if you just want to jam your Cub through Spell Snare. You can Cavern of Souls on anything if you just want to force through a threat. The biggest one to me is probably like Quantum Riddler. And the other things you could do is make your Cub deck more flash friendly, right? Like Wan Shi Tong is a very acceptable card to cast off of Badgermole Cub when you have a ton of mana. And having flash threats is going to make you better against a lot of these blue decks. And also against Shutterflock, right? Like, if your opponent Shutterflocks you and you leave up Wan Shi Tong, you can just put it into play, draw a bunch of cards, pick it back up, deal with the Shutterflock, proceed from there. So, we'll see what happens. I think there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic. I'm always pessimistic. So, I'll wish for the best. But I still wouldn't be surprised if, regardless of what the data that comes out, if Badgermole Cub does get banned just because of how it functions as a Magic card and the effects it has in the format. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they said, we're not going to ban anything. We already banned 10 cards. It's too much. We're not going to do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this deck is cool. I always enjoy playing control. I rarely play it just because building control decks isn't that interesting or fun to me. Like, I'm not the biggest tuner. I like building decks. Tuning decks is, I think, maybe the most appealing part about playing control decks is, like, getting the numbers right. I sort of like the big picture synergy stuff more. Yeah, I think this is a well-built list. It does a lot of things well. Demolition Field plus Wan Shi Tong is really cute. The black removal, the Sweeper and Hex are both very good cards. I appreciate how it's built. Obviously, Gabnessy, Free Duke, incredible players. I think a lot of people see one-ofs and they get upset and they're like, oh my gosh, why one-ofs? One-ofs are bad. But if you have a above average brain, I think you can understand why things like this are appealing, especially in the context of things like Surveil Lands and cards that look at 5 cards and cards that look at 12 cards and so on and so forth. So cool deck. You know, for the blue-black players, hope you enjoy this. And yeah, let me know if you want to see any other decks from the Pro Tour. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.